Okay, so I mentioned on the way over here that with diabetes you need to watch your sugar intake, or that's what the dietitians say to you, you need to watch your sugar intake. And in a lot of ways that's right, but it's also wrong. And I'm saying this from experience, not because I'm a dietitian yet. Doing courses, hopefully get there one day. So this is how it works. As I said, diabetes is about too much sugar in your system, because your insulin can't remove that. So by eating too much sugar and adding to the sugar that's already within your system is going to cause even more problems. Makes sense. So with your foods, you get a lot of sugar intake. So you've seen these various things up which says, your can of Coke has this much sugar in it, and whatever. There's sugar in all of these things. And when you read the food labels, it tells you that per 100 grams there's so much carbohydrates and so much of that sugars. And you're told to watch what the sugars aspect means, or how much is in it. So to give you an example, you could have an item of food which says that per 100 grams is about 5 grams of sugar in it. And that's good, that's fine, we can live with that. You may come to other foods which says it's got between 5 and 15 grams say, and again you could get away with that in moderation, or go into extreme 15 grams and upwards. You want to avoid this completely. Now, when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, the first thing I did was cut sugar. So I stopped taking sugars in my coffees, I cut back on my processed foods, and yeah, just as much sugar out of the way as possible. So drinking Diet Cokes and things like that instead. And in a way it worked. I went from a high amount of sugars in my system down to average for a diabetic, and I've mentioned that in my results video. So it works, it does, it helps reduce things down. And that's really, as a diabetic, that's what you want to do. You want to restrict the level of sugars that are going into your body. Perfect. Here's why eating fruit works. So to give you an example, I said anything below 5 grams you could eat as much as you want. A banana has on average about 12 grams of sugar. And I said you could do that in moderation. Well, I was eating 8 to 10 bananas a day. Whoa. Blueberries have quite a large amount of sugars in it. Oranges have a large amount of sugars in it. I mean, blueberries I was having like 150, 200 grams a day. I was taking strawberries and having about 300 grams in a day, for instance. I was eating a fair amount of sugar. So here's my opinion as to why eating fruit with all that sugar in it isn't bad for you. And it's pretty simple. When you eat processed foods that have had tablespoons of sugar piled in, this is natural cane sugar. Well, I say natural, it's obviously gone through processes, but it's pure sugar. And you're shoveling that into your body, that sugar then gets dispersed through everything. Okay? You eat a banana, well, this isn't pure sugar. This isn't stuff that you can just shake over your cereal or put in your tea or your coffee. I suppose you could dip your banana into your coffee, but why would you? So when you eat a banana, yes, there's 12 grams of sugar in that. Your body has to get to that sugar. So it has to digest the banana and it has to extract all of that, which is what your body's meant to do. Your body's a factory. It processes the foods that it takes in. It doesn't really want stuff in its natural state because it's got no work to do. So you're not burning calories when you eat food. Well, you burn some, but not as much as if you had to extract all the nutrients and sugars and things that you need from a banana, as opposed to having a spoonful of sugar in your mouth. So your body has to extract the sugars from any fruit. Your body's smart though. Your body's only going to extract what it needs and then get rid of the rest. So it absorbs what it needs and everything else is just flushed through your system. You go to the toilet once, twice a day. Not talking about peeing here. You take a Mars bar it's filled with sugar, and it doesn't take a lot to process that sugar. It's actually quite easy for your body to get to it. It's there. Your body doesn't have to work, and your body can't just say, well, let's forget about that. So it takes it all. Therefore, you get more sugar than you need. So by eating fruit, all those vitamins, all those nutrients, all those things that your body needs, but your body will not take more than it needs. It will get rid of the rest, and you're quite safe and healthy. That is why when I went to vegan and I ate abundances of fruit and veg, I went from average for a diabetic to spot on for mankind. Didn't matter that I was having 12 grams of sugar per banana and I was having 10, think about it, like 10 bananas a day, 120 grams of sugar in a day. I read somewhere that the average for a diabetic should be 60 grams or less. I was having double of that just in the bananas alone. So if you're diabetic, type 2, and you want to reduce your sugar intake, fine, do it. Follow the cards, do whatever. What I'm saying is try going vegan for a few weeks, see the difference. And if that doesn't tell you that's the best thing to do is to go vegan, then there's nothing else I can say on the matter. Give it a try, good luck, and any questions, fire below.